So thank you so much, everybody, for joining me this month for March's monthly update. Apologize that it's a little bit late. Had a really busy month. And I think going forward, we're just going to actually set these up on a recurring basis. So we're kind of forced to have them at the same time every single month. But I'm just going to jump right in and kind of just talk about what we ended up doing. Like I said, it was a very, very busy month. A lot of exciting things happening. Actually, a couple of things recently really exciting happening. And the start is really all about the product. Like there's so many things that's Jay, Chris, Matt, Dan were actually built and put out. Main things being Algo Signer now has been updated and now fully works with the Algorand. Their most up to date features, and you can actually use Algo Signer itself. Before, what you had to do is you had to kind of download our fork, but now you can actually use the Algo Signer itself. We have finished the first step of the Conflux integration. I think a lot of you know that we decided that their next chain that we're going to integrate with, our next partner, is Conflux, and we chose Conflux because of their connections to China, because we wanted to expand in China quite a bit. And the first major milestone has been hit, thanks to the team. And then next thing, this one is another really great one, is that Teal 3, which is the next iteration of Teal, is coming soon. They dropped it on BetaNet, and it's going to be heading testnet and production hopefully in the next couple of weeks. We'll see. It's not our announcement to make, so Algorand's announcement to make. And the big, huge thing here means that all of the applications you can write in Reach will be able to be launched on Algorand mainnet. So this goes from the few production applications that are existing today to everybody that has ever written an application on Reach has the ability now to actually launch on Algorand. So be able to take advantage of the scaling and take advantage of the low cost of transactions. And I'll get to actually play rock, paper, scissors, or generate an NFT, or do any of these things on Algorand. So Teal 3 can't get here soon enough. I'm really excited for that. Jay has actually implemented both linear state and remote objects on Ethereum. When we build things, how this kind of works is that we first build them into Ethereum, make sure that they work as intended, and then we build them into Algorand. Linear state is, you can kind of think of it as state that grows with either the number of transactions or in the case I believe that Jay built. I think this is the only way that you built it currently. Jay, you can chime in and let me know. But linear state grows with the number of users that are participating. This works really well for ERC20s or what have you. Jay, you about to say something? I saw. Okay. But yeah, and then remote objects is the ability to call external functions, external smart contracts. And this is, of course, really important for the whole money Legos thing, being able to integrate with other different smart contracts. Matt has been working very hard on the RPC server. What this really allows to do is it puts a layer in between the client implementation and the interface and the interface itself. And the great thing about this is that it really opens up many new languages. Matt has made it work with Go and Python, and we have many more languages coming, or you yourself can actually implement them, because it gives us a lot more functionality or much more flexibility for the different types of interfaces. And we have even more plans on how we're going to expand that and add features into the RPC server itself. So that's coming along really well. We've actually enhanced some of the features that we already had. One very important one, I keep saying very important, because they're all very important is why, is that the Algorand backend right now, before we didn't actually claw back the actual fees that are unused. Now, when a contract is done, it's much more efficient. We pull back the fees, and so that means that Algorand is now even more efficient than what it was before. On top of that, now that we also verify that the contracts that you are integrated with, or you're actually building with or connecting to, I should say, are the exact contracts that you expect. And that's very important so you don't accidentally connect to the wrong smart contract. Reach debug now actually works with the Reach React, so the actual Sugar, the development tools that we built in to make it easier to stand up a Reach React server. You can make it run the debug functionality with it. Speaking of front ends, we've also made it so that it's very easy to spin up a DevNet and build in Reach to any of your front end. So you don't have to use React. You can use Vue or vanilla JavaScript or anything that you would like. As far as the infrastructure is concerned, this matters a lot more to us, but we care about it like quite a bit. Is that because every single time that we push, we run it through an entire suite of tests, and it used to take 2 hours every single time that we made a push internally, and now Matt has actually got it down to 20 minutes. So that is amazing how he was able to parallelize all of the actual tests to make it run much quicker and much more efficiently. It's still going through the same amount of tests. Tests. It just does it all in parallel instead. We upgraded our Haskell code to the next major LTS version, which is great for long time support. The whole LTS stand for. And that's pretty much wraps up the product side of things. On the actual side of the business, the less exciting part of it is that we have hit 500 developers. Actually, I think probably 570 developers at this point. What does that mean exactly? Is that we have been growing at 10 to 20% every single week since we've started, and that's bonkers. Like we are a development platform, a operating system, a programming language. If you look at other ones that exist in the world, the amount of speed that we're actually growing is dwarfing many of the other languages that were just built and just started. So I'm very excited about that. And if you compare this to actually the blockchain world, Ethereum itself grows at around 50 developers per week. And right now, that's what we're doing. Being at over 500 developers, if we grow 10% per week, that means we're adding 50 developers every single week, which is at the same speed as what Ethereum's growing. So, I mean, these are not factual numbers because I don't actually understand what every single other team is looking as far as their growth is in the blockchain space. But I have a good feeling that we're one of the fastest growing companies in the blockchain space. And it's thanks to all of you, all of our community members joining, building cool stuff, and helping each other. Many of you probably saw the announcement, was it 2 days ago, about Balancer. We are in the process right now of rewriting Balancer from scratch. So we're not just porting over their contracts. We're rewriting everything in Reach. The exciting part about that is that the syntax part is pretty much done. You can actually go and look in our GitHub under in the non-example directory. We'll link to it once this actually gets on YouTube. We'll link to it so you can get right to it. But the fun part about it is that was written by Chris Nevers. Chris Nevers was he's not actually our most recent hire, but he started the company, learned Reach, onboarded, and wrote the syntax for that within the first month and a half of him joining the company. The great part about that is that before he started and joined Reach, is that he never actually knew what blockchain was before that, or he never actually built it with anything with blockchain. So he went from brand new to writing one of the most sophisticated apps on blockchain within a month and a half. And this really kind of proves that you don't need to be a super senior Solidity developer to build elegant applications on blockchain, which is great. BB started. She's on this call right now, and I'm sure you've seen videos of her. We hired her to be the developer relations engineer. Her background is that she's spent the last 5 years building Unity applications and in VR, and she's what I consider a traditional developer. And we hired her purely because our number one user aren't experienced blockchain developers. They're developers that have been building other things, at web applications, games, and we wanted to make sure that we had a representative that represented our community to be able to help guide, and actually, speak to us from that side of things. So please make sure that you say hi to BB. She's, jumping into the deep end, learning a lot about blockchain, and I hope she's having a lot of fun doing this. We've recently started working with a local services company out of Boston named Cantina. They have tons of great experience working with large companies like Bose, and they just have the enterprise experience that we really wanted to actually have a partner with, so that when we were getting a lot of leads, got people saying, "Hey, I want to build this thing on Reach." We don't really have the resources, and we don't want to be a services company. So we want to make sure that we partnered with one that has the ability to understand Reach, learn Reach, and build cool things. One of the things that they are working on right now is a NFT generator. So what that will do is make it very easy for people to upload an image. It'll automatically craft the NFT and send the NFT to your wallet. They're launching this on Algorand, so you're going to be able to take advantage of the low fees. And see a lot of companies out there, the way that they're actually taking advantage of it is that they don't actually mint the NFT until it's been sold, which kind of is a very centralized process. But this is the other way of being able to do it, just building it on a chain that doesn't cost $150 to actually mint an NFT. So as far as the community outreach goes, the community programs that are starting soon. The Turkish bounty hack. So we did the very first bounty hack, which is a mixture of a hackathon and an accelerator. That's a 6-week program. It ended up going really well. We're doing it again, but this one is being ran in Turkey, and it's actually not being ran by us. We're going to be there to support and make sure that it's successful. But our community members have asked to run it, and we said, yeah, more the merrier. Let's get this going, and we're excited about that. We're going to be running a different bounty hack in parallel. This one's going to be kicking off in the start of Boston Blockchain Week, which starts off in the first week of May. This one is going to have a theme to it. It's Michael coined it Universities Unchained. So we're looking for 20 different universities to participate in this, and they're going to compete against each other over the 6-week program to win the prizes and actually receive the incentives for the challenges completed. The cool thing about this is that we are partnering directly with Algorand Foundation and the Algorand Inc., and we're partnering with the people putting on the Boston Blockchain Week. So there's going to be a lot of media push around it, and should be really good for Reach. And that brings us to, that's pretty much a very good high overview of everything that's happened in the last month. Next month, really what you can kind of look forward to is more progress on the Balancer AMM. Our goal is to actually have the first version of that pushed on to DevNet by the end of June. So you'll see a lot more progress on that. We're going to be able to, but because of that, you're going to see a lot extra features coming on the Reach side, because like I told you earlier, the syntax itself is done already. So what we're doing right now is we're adding features to the compiler to make sure that the syntax can compile. And the side effects of that is that you all of a sudden get to be able to, all of the features that we're building, you can use for all of your applications. One of the main features that are coming up very soon are access to non-network tokens, or ERC20s when you think about Ethereum, and ASAs when you think about Algorand. So this is going to be great thing that you can tie into your applications. And then the full Conflux integration should be coming within the next month. It might push a little bit, but the good portion of it will be completed within the next month. So that's about it. Those are the major things. I'm going to open up for questions. You're all here. I think that's on for everybody watching this YouTube. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. But because I don't think you'll probably be able to hear any of these questions come through. But we'll open up for the questions right here. Thanks so much.